Okay, so Osa played out of his mind last year, and no doubt in my mind that Osa would be able to do this on this particular level. We're going to look at some of the film that he was able to do out there playing in the Dallas Cowboys uniform his rookie year. I can tell you guys, first and foremost, his get off is crazy. That burst, that initial acceleration through the inside was remarkable. He was pretty good against the run. Osa had 3 sacks last season. And on top of that, Cowboy Nation, he had literally 37 pressures as well, 28 hurries, and 16 stops. So when we look at the film of Osa, yes, we see a dynamic player, a guy that pretty much was unstoppable when he got his motor going. When you look at Osa initial burst, you see him plays through the echoes of the whistle, come down and make that sack against the Carolina Panthers quarterback. And he squeezes inside off of a twist stunt, and he get credited for a pressure getting into the face of the quarterback. And then just being relentless against the Minnesota Vikings here on this tape right here. And then you look at him, what he's able to do to create that pressure up the middle against the Saints, and just being that guy, that enforcer, being in the face against the Washington football team. And he had an unbelievable game against the Eagles, crashing down inside. We look for all of those things, Cowboy Nation. And I would tell you guys, going into his second year under the philosophy and the system that Dan Quinn brings to the table is phenomenal. Flat out. I like the aspect of now that he already understands what the Cowboys are trying to do. He can literally sit back now and say, all right, I'm going to shoot through this gap now. And I don't have to think about what should be done because I already know where I need to be, and contribute and credit that to Dan Quinn on his unique way of utilizing Osa last season. Now going into his second season, we should see an elevation there. On top of that, we should see that across the board on everybody in this particular role on the defense. I like what he was able to do, Cowboy Nation, so let's see if he can add on to that. And on top of that, let's see if the Cowboys can build around that. We heard news of Chauncey Golston getting bigger. Also, we understand that Michael Parsons, he is the beast and animal that he is. We know that going into his second year, hey, it's no more thinking for him. So we look at all of these things added together. Baby, I'm telling you, it's about to it's Mr. Nasty time, because we already heard of the news and the noise of the Vanilla Gorilla. And of course, Carlos Watkins, he's going to look at this and say, hey, I'm not finna just give it to you, right? So competition is competition. We just want Big Bo to step up too. We want to hear some stuff about him. So post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below. And what we would like to do at this time, Cowboy Nation, let's go back. Let's look at what I said last season. And we're going to pull up his old tape and we'll play the audio at the end of this video. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. DC for life. Let's look into the film. In this video, we will be looking at Osa Odighizuwa. First and foremost, as a defensive lineman, your responsibilities are to make sure you maintain the gap, shoot through the gap, get to the quarterback or running back, secure the running lane. Now, Osa exhibit majority of those things, even at the underweight. Osa have the ability to get up in the backfield and rip havoc. Osa had 27 tackles for loss and over 11 sacks within his 4 years.
Dallas Cowboys select Osa Odighizuwa, defensive tackle from UCLA.
Now let's look at Osa. He's 6'1", 282 pounds. Length and leverage is what he have. Especially had a fantastic game during the Senior Bowl, and he's a 3-time state champion in wrestling. Now that plays a major role in his leverage ability on the field. And Osa have the ability to penetrate and get upfield, make the tackles there. And you seeing off of his release here, that ability, when you think about it, think about an interior guy that have the ability to make the offensive lineman miss. And here's Osa, he just lined up casually, and off the release, you want that snap count. You want to be able to get off and allow the opposition to reach. And once you have the offensive lineman, either if they're reaching or if their shoulder pads are turned, you're winning. because now there's no leverage for him to hold on, and he's able to get upfield to make this tackle for loss. That is what he brings to the table, the ability to get slippery, small, squirt, needle through there like a needle nose pliers. That ability to have that leverage to get around and speed and quickness, not allowing the opposition to get their hands on you. And Osa exhibit that. Look, cleanly, not allowing the opposition to get in on him, and he's untouched for this tackle for loss. That is one of the major things that I was able to see out of his film, is his ability to keep clean. There are some things that he will have to work on the next level. Of course, he's upright, not able to get low on this play. And of course, you see the point of contact is not that much there, and he have problem with balance, and you see him on the ground more than what you would like to see. He still have that relentless motor, although he get thrown out of the club. And those are just some of the small things that you will see on his tape. But he will continue fight, get upfield. He have a relentless attitude and motor, and I believe that some of those skill sets with the mindset, the mentality, overcome some of the warts. This guy is so quick that regardless of whether or not your offensive lineman got good feet, more leverage, or whatever you want to call him, Osa, I believe, is so quick that he's going to make anybody pay. And I'm quite sure that when you see him out there on the field, he might get one of those DeMarcus Ware type of whistles. What do you mean about that, Law? Well, they might think that he's offsides, but he's not, because he's just that quick. That is what he brings to the table. That quick burst, that release off the LOS is just nasty. I don't care if he's 270 pounds. This guy off the LOS is so quick that he's going to require two. If you just single him up, man, it's going to be trouble. Now, two ways you can look at interior guys. First quarter, you see if they can utilize all of their weaponry. Second and third quarter, yeah, they still working. They still trying to figure things out with their offensive linemen. And then that fourth quarter hit. That's when you know for sure that offensive lineman, tired, exhausted, not going to be able to keep up with him. And that's when I believe you will see Osa show up and show out. It's either in that first quarter when the offensive linemen have not figured him out, or in that fourth quarter when they're just too tired. And this is great because predicated upon defensive front, if he's just a rotational guy, man, oh man, oh my goodness, the Cowboys, man, oh my goodness, a fresh Osa in the fourth quarter, ooh, wow, it's going to be trouble. So post me your thoughts, post me your concerns of Osa Odighizuwa down in the comment box. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys.
Outstanding.
Thank you guys for watching. That was part of the film breakdown that I did last season before Osa got a chance to play with the silver and blue. Let me know where I was right or wrong, and let's go over these films just like that, because a lot of people were saying, hey, Law, you just hyping the dude up. Well, hey, let's look back at that film of what I said. I was right on the money with most of it, but it is what it is, right? Cowboy Nation, DC for life. Salute.